What up, what up, what up? Back at it once again. It's your man, Boss Gang VIP with the weekly money watch. I hope you guys' weekend is going well. I'm looking forward to having an absolutely wonderful week ahead. I'm going to lead you guys the right way. So before we get into this, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so that you can get the updates as soon as they drop. I was actually going to do something special. I was actually going to show you guys how to do the chase money glitch video. I didn't want to mix it up with this video, so I'm actually going to film that video separately. I'm going to show you how to do the money glitch, and I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. So stay tuned for that. And again, make sure to subscribe so you can get that drop as soon as it happens. A lot of people know me like Unlimited Money Hack Chase. I saw that, but what's going on? Trust me on this one. You'll enjoy it. Like we always do, let's start off by getting into the updates for the Roth IRA. Everything has been going absolutely according to plan. There was some news that actually happened over the weekend that we were anticipating. As you can see, the Roth is absolutely doing amazing. If you know anybody who's interested in learning how to invest the right way, make sure to send them on over to the channel so we can get them started on the right path. Some news this week: Palantir and Dell to join the S&P 500. So Palantir Technologies Incorporated and Dell Technologies Incorporated are set to join the S&P 500 index within a couple of weeks. I believe by September 20th. Index provider S&P Dow Jones Indices said late Friday shares of Palantir were up about 0.5%. And after hours right now, it's between 8 and 9% to the green side, which is pretty exciting. As you can see here, it's sitting at $33. So yeah, everything is going absolutely perfectly according to plan, and I couldn't ask for more. So again, if you're interested, or if you know somebody who's interested in learning how to do this the right way, make sure to have them join in. Also, if this is something you're interested in, click the link in the bio and go ahead and join in. Go ahead and join in. The other thing is, I always do these weekly watch lists. We have the public stock portfolio, and I know a lot of people are interested in trying to make some accelerated gains with some options. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to start a public options port, just the same way we've started the public stock portfolio. I'm going to be using the Moomoo app. I don't have any account, so I needed to sign up for an account with this one. And it seems to be pretty good. A lot of people seem to like the app. So I did sign up. If you want to support the channel, go ahead. I'm going to put the link, my referral link, in the description below. You'll get some free stocks or some cash or something like that for signing up. And then you'll be able to join in with the options portfolio. As far as the economics calendar for the upcoming week, let's check it out. Monday, wholesale inventories. And just by the way, the Fed is, I believe, is going to be in a blackout period. So we shouldn't hear too much from them at all. Monday, September 19th, consumer credit, NFIB optimism index Tuesday. Then we get some CPI, year-over-year core CPI. A lot of people are going to be paying attention to those numbers on Wednesday. Thursday, initial jobless claims and PPI, federal budget numbers. And then Friday, import index, consumer sentiment. And then I'm going to give my ideas about what I believe is going to happen in the market, just because of some mechanics and some fundamental things that are going to be going on. But overall, this week is historically a bullish week. Monday, the market has a good chance to start up. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, absolutely historically bullish. The most bullish of those days probably being Wednesday. In 2001, 4-day closing, longest since 9-day banking moratorium in March 1933. 3. So pretty crazy. So Tuesday the 10th bullish, Wednesday the 11th bullish, Thursday bullish as well. It's also going to be bullish mostly until we get into options expiration. When we have options expiration, I believe we may have the S&P 500 dividend EX date. So the dividend EX date, that just means that in order to get dividends, you have to own shares by that day. I know a lot of people are going to take a short side position. I'm typically not somebody who will do that because I understand how this works and they want to cook people on those options. So what I will be looking for is some short positions, maybe from the weekend of Friday the 20th going into Monday the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. So you can start to get some downside move, potentially a gap down over the weekend from the 20th to the 23rd. Where else are you going to get this kind of information? Let's get into the setups for the week I'm going to be looking at. One of the setups I'm going to be looking at, you know me, I like to check out things that are reversing off of lows, right? That have some potential to make moves back up. So one of the things I'm going to be looking at is a 5 right here. So 5 below. Sure, many people are familiar with 5 below. Pretty interesting setup inside this monthly broadening formation and weekly broadening formation. Or sorry, weekly broadening formation, not a monthly at all. Inside this weekly broadening formation here. And then we got room quick move. $87, especially if the market is bullish. This is going to hit this target very quickly, very quickly. And then eventually, when we start to do the options, I'll start to get more into the actual option chains themselves and how we kind of like analyze contracts and figure out how we can profit off of the movement of these stocks. So some people already know, some people don't. If you trade with me every day, you absolutely know exactly what we're looking for and how to do this. It's pretty simple. But we're looking for a 224 hour above 79.55. If you want a little more confirmation, you can wait for that week trigger, that 322 week. It's just a little further away, and that's at $80.44 if somebody wants that. But I'm looking for the quickest trigger possible, so I'm looking for that 4 hour above 79.55, and then I'll kind of explore the options chain and then see if anything makes sense there. But you can see kind of where we are, especially if I go to the year. Let me go to the year. We always like to take a top-down approach, right? So you can see where we are, these levels that we've kind of pushed down to, and we want to see if it's going to make any kind of move back up, especially from a technical standpoint. Worst case scenario, and then if it wants to show any bullishness outside of that, then that's fine. But what I'm looking for is for this next week and a half to be very bullish, so we can hit some of these quick short-term targets on some of these stocks. Another stock I'm going to be looking at is LW Lamb Weston. Just some corporate details here. Earnings October 1st, 2024. Before market, so 10 a.m. Eastern is the earnings conference call. So Lamb Weston, this is another one I'm going to be looking at. Staple here. You can see this one is coming, off a super low level here. So yearly broadening formations, quarterly broadening formations, and then because of the drop it has a ton of room. So again, in these short-term moves, we should be really solid here. Now, obviously, Lamb Weston for long term, obviously this is a favorite stock of many investors, and they believe in this stock. So it is off some crazy low levels right now. So we want to see if we can get some push back up over there. So I'm thinking that looks pretty good there. So the entries on Lamb Weston, I believe I had a quick entry on this one. I believe this is a 4 hour entry as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I'm looking for a 212 4 hour above a 62.23. Let me go back to this quarterly chart and just kind of show you guys what this is looking like at those levels. So I want to see if we can kind of start push up somewhere, maybe starts the next quarter inside. Let's see. I can give a, let me zoom out in here so you can kind of see what we're looking like. This move that it made down was pretty crazy. So you see if we push back up, we're looking at this $93 level. So if you look at this, that level is pretty crazy. A $94, and we're looking at a $63 level. Other thing you want to look at is when it made the move back up. Where did it recover from off these lows? So it hit lows in July 22nd, about 52, and now it's about 63. So that's, I believe that's about a 20% return on the underlying. So I'm very conscious of that. Coming off a 3-2 week, so expect some kind of little corrective activity, potentially maybe 62 and a half. You get a discount around 62 and a half. That should set you up for some positions to go back the other way to start the week. The last one I'm going to be looking at, staple Hormel. You can see it's coming off these low levels. Again, this is another one. I believe it has plenty of potential to reverse back to the upside. I have no doubt about it with the staples. It's at a really low level. But what I'm actually looking for is some temporary moves on some of these stocks, especially for this week and the next week and a half. And I'll give you an example of the kind of price action that I'm looking for. But it has a crazy weekly setup. So maybe we get that 3-2 week up and then we hit somewhere around the $35 mark in a week. Then we get some corrective activity. If you notice, we've just been kind of consolidating here for a really, really long time. We got some pivots up here. So once we kind of start to take out some of these levels around 37, we should really, really take off. But first, I want to see what it does in the short term off this weekly three. Maybe we get a 3-2 here. And I'm expecting it a temporary move. It is right at a broad information. Let's see if we can get a move above that on Hormel. Everybody knows Hormel, right? Everybody knows Hormel. So you can kind of see the longer term move I'm looking at is around $73. And this is from a shareholder perspective or even an options trader perspective. You can kind of see these low levels that we're reversing back up. So if you guys know me, I'm somebody who likes to buy low, sell high. If we look at something like we talked about, like on General Mills, and just to kind of give you an idea, when we see these setups, they kind of repeat themselves. So you see how we have this consolidation here, and then we had the trigger above $71 on General Mills for last week. Make sure we get this in the screen. So it was a 3-1-2 week. It hit the 3-1-2 this a couple weeks ago, and then it kind of pushed up, and that's the same kind of movement that I'd be looking for Hormel, right? So within a couple weeks, we had a stock go from $71 to $75. Now, if you think about how to manage that on options plays, those set you up for some fantastic gains, and then we understand again where those upsides are over time. So I'm going to see how many of these things we can take advantage of. If you have any questions, make sure to put those in the comments down below. Hopefully, I'm helping you guys out. Again, support the channel. Get ready for this options portfolio. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I'll show you the charts, then I'm going to show you how we do these contracts to get these massive, massive, massive gains. So I'm looking forward to having an incredible week, and I hope you are as well. Once again, it's your man Boss Gang VIP with the weekly money watch. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Catch up with you guys next week. Peace.